Hey, thanks for tuning in for football predictions and wine pairings with me, Francis. Now, it's now football season, so obviously I don't have any football predictions for you, but I have lots of food and wine pairings. So let's get into it. As you may or may not know, the month of March is Women's History Month. So this month, I'll be highlighting some of my favorite female winemakers. There'll be some people that you know and some people that you probably don't know. Today's winemaker is from Napa, California, and her name is Tami Lotz, and she is the head winemaker at Mumm Napa. Now, before I can talk a little bit about Tami, I need to let you know that there are two companies that have the name Mumm in their title. There is RH Mumm, which is from France, and there is Mumm Napa, which is from Napa, California. They are two separate companies, and they are run by different people. They have different winemakers and different wine styles. However, Mumm Napa is a direct result of RH Mumm. RH Mumm was founded in 1871 in Reims, France. But in 1979, they decided it would be a great idea to open a second outpost in Napa, California. Now, sometime around 1998, they decided that it was just entirely too much work for them to keep running this outpost in California. So they sold it off to Seagram's, who is the parent company of both of them. And then it's been held by a bunch of different other companies. Currently, it's owned by Pernod Ricard. And that's how they're able to keep them separate. So I want to make sure you know that because there is a significant price difference between HR Mumm wines and Mumm Napa wines. I would say that the HR Mumm wines are about double what you would pay for the ones coming out of Napa. Are they better? Double better? Maybe. Some of them, not all of them. But the wine we're going to have today is actually pretty nice. So let's talk about the winemaker at Mumm Napa. As I mentioned, her name is Tami Lotz, and she has a really fun little story in that she is originally from Napa, and she grew up, having the wine business and all the vineyards in her backyard. She went to UC Davis, and upon graduating from Davis, she got a job as a lab tech at Mumm Napa. And from there, she worked her way up to head winemaker. So she's been the head winemaker at Mumm Napa for the last 6 years. Now, recently, they came out with 2 new wines that they were trying to get, younger audience interested in drinking their wines. And I'm actually having one of them today, and I'd like to share it with you. And that wine is called Cuvée M. And Cuvée M is a blend of grapes. Cuvée is actually comes from a French word that means for cuve, which means that it is going to be a variety of grapes. Cuve, the French word, actually means vat. So you have a variety of grapes sitting in a vat, which is part of the fermentation and aging process. Now, this particular wine was easy to find. I was able to get it at a grocery store. It was $25, so it makes it very approachable. You can give it a try. If you take a look in the glass, it has a kind of golden blush color. And some of that has to do with the fact that this is a blend. Now, there are so many great varieties in here. I couldn't remember them all, so I'm going to read them actually off this sheet. This wine is 48% Pinot Noir, 45% Chardonnay, and 7% Pinot Gris, Muscat, and Pinot Meunier. This sparkling wine has all of the grape varieties that you would normally get in a champagne or sparkling wine. Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier. And it is, like I mentioned, a very blush gold color on the nose. You're getting a lot of ripe stone fruit. So think yellow peach, apricot. There's also a little bit of strawberry and almond on there. It smells sweet. Not overwhelmingly sweet, but there is some sweetness that's happening in this glass. On the tongue, you're getting ripe peach, orange, citrus zest, and then some flavors that you normally would associate with a champagne or sparkling wine. And that would be kind of bready brioche, as well as sometimes a little bit of honey. Now, as I mentioned, this wine is a little bit sweeter than some of the wines that I have recommended in the past. But I think it's a great choice. And one of the things that I want to point out is that if you are a person who really likes drinking, let's say a Chardonnay style sparkling wine or champagne, this is going to be a little bit different for you. It's going to be more similar to a Prosecco, where you're going to be having more residual sugar sitting in the glass. It's not anywhere near being like a Moscato or being like juice, where, you have to wonder what you spent your money on. It's not like that. It is very nice. I had this wine with fried fish and French fries. So basically like a fish and chips. And as you know, sparkling wines are a great choice for fried foods because it's able to cut through the greasiness and just really give you a nice clean finish. This will give you that as well. But just know that it's not going to be as sharp or as astringent as some of the wines we've had in the past. Now, I had to work all day at my day job, so I will be having this glass of wine with a bowl of popcorn because I would like to relax and enjoy the rest of my day. I hope you do the same. I want to mention to you again that this is Mumm Napa Cuvée M. It's only $25 and easily found at your local grocery store. Cheers!